You made me think of it. Wait, didn't you call me like a butthole or something? I can't remember what the hell you called me
I don't know. I call you
earlier.
something different every time I call you.
I know. So I wasn't sure what exactly you called me. So
I don't remember calling you an
it
anus
reminded me
today.
of a prolapsed anus, though.
Hello, America. It's time to check the nonsense at the door, clear the cobwebs between your ears, and have a rational-ish conversation. This is the lost art of common sense.
That's right, America. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And he had a very slow opening, and we are the lost art of common sense. This week, we're going to talk about something that has been a trend that I am very glad of. It is finally our time. It is the new age of MENINISM, not feminism, MENINISM, where all the best women are men. So let's talk about it, Josh. It has finally happened. Us men being oppressed for so long have finally broken the barrier of being the best women. What are your thoughts on this huge accomplishment for us penis wielders?
Well, I think it's funny that meninism is actually being cheered on by feminism. And I think it's weird.
It is definitely weird. So I will agree 100% with that. But who am I to judge that, us men are better than every woman? Um,
At sports, come on, let's not
yeah,
get
well,
on.
no, they're probably better than us at mostly everything other than sports. Um, Men pretending to be women have won multiple Women of the Year awards. Uh, what is going on with this? What is bringing this whole thing on? Uh, why? That's
I think all
why.
this. I think all this stupid shit, all of it, because it is weird how they're pushing, not only trying to push kids toward transgenderism, which is all part of the woke ESG bullshit. And I think I brought this up to you. I think it has something to do with the power of bees. This is conspiracy theory hat people. So everybody, put your hats on. Are they on? Okay. Um, But like everything they're pushing, whether it be all this pride stuff, transgenderism, all of that relates in not having kids. So I kind of wonder if there's like this long game of dwindling down our population just by any means necessary.
And I think that's absolutely true. Um I think it's a way to depopulate obviously, climate change has not really brought it on. So they just moved the marker to, hey, uh, you know, castration is awesome. So do it. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I maybe that's their end goal is to depopulate the world, so only the elite and the dumb are around.
Kind of seems that way because
But I mean,
it's
isn't that
weird.
going backwards though? I mean, is that a good plan? Because basically, you're depopulating the meek and the gullible, the followers,
Emotionally
and
confused and
yeah, and what you're
unstable.
leaving are people who the free thinkers, the people who are willing to fight for their beliefs.
Look, Kevin, all the people left that haven't cut off their dicks are going to be in jail.
Yeah, that's true.
They'll be like, whoa, whoa, you're a real man? A real dude? Come with me. That's life in jail.
Wait a minute. And
They don't
are
put
you
up with any real tallywhackers.
hold on? Are you an elite or are you just some dude?
No, we're the free
Yeah, we're just
thinkers.
some dude. That's what I'm saying. You're
Free
going to
thinkers
jail.
with tallywhackers are going to prison.
Yeah. Well, we had a nice run.
That's true. But you never know. You might go to prison and
Well, not
have
really.
a have a nice cellmate. that is a
Wants to
lady.
make you a
You
real
know what you
woman.
never hear about? You know what you never hear about? Women that go to prison and then
Want to go to the
identify as
male?
men.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard of one woman who wants to go to a male prison.
Yeah.
It's
Seen a
weird
couple
how it's only the
dudes.
men who watched fucking some weird Skinamax film when they're 18 years old. It's like, that's pretty cool. Now I can just go there if I say I'm a woman.
They do say that kind of stuff, like pornography in general and porn addiction, is also the cause for our drop. Because it used to be like 3 point something children per woman, I think back in the 70s, and now it's like 1 point something. And they say that porn addiction amongst young people is like part of the reasons why apparently there's a testosterone epidemic. Like it's down like 25%.
Have you seen the men these days?
No,
I'm
seen a
just
bunch of
saying they're
weirdos.
mostly you can't I mean, you can tell the men, but they're mostly beta men.
Yeah, beta
So
boys.
yeah, people with high testosterone. I couldn't say that word for a minute.
I don't know, but they did a study and they said that, like, I guess the readily availableness of porn that leads to porn addiction causes low T in younger folks. So then when they get older, they don't have that drive to go find the lady
Well,
because they already found that lady, Kevin,
and all,
and her name is Rosie
well,
or
then like
Lucille.
I mean, this is a family dynamic in general is falling apart, and and that's if you don't have families, and really, I mean, men just sleep around anymore. So do women. It's hookup culture. No one wants to get tie the big knot or whatever they call it.
And that's why syphilis has run rampant.
Syphilis, gonorrhea, the clap. I don't know if they might be the same thing.
Shankers.
Chlamydia, AIDS. I don't know if AIDS is still rapid.
Not really. It's still around. Like, I think if you actually get AIDS, like HIV turns into AIDS, I think you still die. I think.
I
But
don't
if you're
know.
diagnosed with HIV, they have
You,
medications now that basically makes it to where they can't tell you have it.
I think I think you can actually like have a test and it'll come back negative. But if you go off
Mm-hmm.
the medicine, it comes back.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know enough about STDs to be a scientist about them.
The only thing I remember from junior high is a shanker, and I don't even remember what it is. It's just a funny sounding word. I
I
think it's
don't
like a
know what it
red
is.
spot or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I I think that was it.
I just remember me and a buddy in class, because even in junior high, I was still way too immature for sex ed, busted ass out laughing when the teacher said shanker.
I mean, I'm bust out laughing now. It's not just because you're in junior high or immature. I'm immature now and I laugh at it. It's a
Yeah, I'm
funny
probably
word.
I'm probably
Shaker.
still too immature for sex ed now.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. So,
But yeah, I
so
don't know. I can't think of any other reason why they would be pushing it. I don't know why this is a thing. It's fucking weird.
it is. I don't get it either. And what I
And I get a
see.
lot of stuff in the mail from Amazon.
What?
Means absolutely nothing.
Okay. So yeah, I was. Well, I mean, for some reason, and you know what's nefarious because the three companies pushing this are BlackRock, Vanguard, and like there's another company. I can't remember, like Safe Track or something. It's another investment company, and this is pretty much why every company's pushing this shit. This is why, um, like you're hearing about it because they're huge investors in politics. They move $30 trillion in money. Like between the three companies, they have $30 trillion to invest and all this. So I think I saw in the stock market, I think they're 20% or more shareholders on 90% of the stocks.
Well, here's the thing. They actually came out and said that they're trying to push and manipulate like social behavior through this investments. That's why we said in that one episode, I don't know, maybe one or two back, that if you have a 401k or any type of retirement that has anything to do with the stock market, you need to call your broker or whatever company that handles your money and tell them my money, if it's in any of this BlackRock, Vanguard, or who gives a douche
There's another one. I can't remember the goddamn name, but I mean, it's a big one too.
But like if it's in one of those companies, I want it out.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can do it. Like you have to pull your money because they're not. And the funny thing is if they're making anybody money, they're doing it through like a Ponzi scheme, like Bernie Madoff style shit, because they invest in the dumbest shit that ends up losing money.
Yeah, they just have so much of it that.
So if you're getting a return, yeah, they're just rotating the money around.
They can control the market. I mean, they can manipulate the market as they see fit, though.
You know who else can manipulate the market? Consumers.
And we have with
fuck
Bud
you,
Light
Target.
And Target. Target has.
I never liked Target anyway because I guess they don't. I heard that they don't support the military. So
they don't. They're French.
Yeah.
And yeah, they've lost $12 billion. Bud Light's lost like $25 billion.
Yeah, I think they're fucked. Who took the number one spot?
Bud Light's still number one, but it's about to be
No,
gone.
they're not.
I think maybe Coors Light.
They lost it today.
Maybe Coors Light, Miller Light, one of the two.
I don't know. I'll have to look it up because
it ain't going to be.
I
like
saw it and then it's like, yep, Bud Light's done. They lost. They're not the number one beer anymore.
I would guess Coors Light or Bud Light or Miller Light. So we're doing real time watch or looking it up.
Nothing about the show is real time.
With DuckDuckGo. Right? So we use?
Yes.
Yes, because they don't censor, they don't filter shit to a left agenda. Like Alphabet or Google.
Huh. I can't find the story though.
Weird.
Well, I might have typed it in wrong. Let's see. Let's see. Bud Light no longer number one
selling beer. So everybody got to hear how fast you type.
Very slow.
Yes.
Bud Light sales drop 25. Risk of losing number one status. That was on the 30th, but I could have sworn I saw a bunch of stories. That I
don't know if I heard anything about this.
It was probably a lie. Yeah, right here. No longer one beer.
Who is?
I found the story. It's from Timcast, so we'll see what that's all about. You know, Timcast.
I don't know who that is.
Tim something.
Pool?
Tim Pool. And let me guess, I have to listen to a stupid podcast who's
I'm not. F that.
Hundreds of thousands of listeners.
Yes. So we would like we're way better than him. So the way you can make us as famous or as popular as Tim Jewell, I don't know. I've never listened to him. He probably could be a cool guy. As Tim Pool, you should like, subscribe, comment, and rate us. So do that, or we may go the way of Bud Light and no longer be number one.
Yeah, I seriously doubt that.
Or we want to be number one. Like, I don't know. I don't know what my analogy is here, but just do what I just said. So we can
do it.
Just do it.
Let's see. It was a New York Post story. So my New York Post.
New York Post. Not the Times. Fuck the Times.
New York Post.
We should cut
Yep.
some of this because
Well,
this is
just go
taking
on to
way
something.
longer than I thought.
We're still
But I
being
can't because
entertaining. We're always being entertaining.
it's
I'll
because we're
just
entertaining
interrupt you.
folks. Okay. Um. Yeah. I think. I mean, the only way you're going to be able to do this and to force the market to change is to boycott. I mean, obviously you can't boycott every company, but you're going to have to be like pick and choose, and the bigger, the better. So I saw Chick-fil-A had some pride shit going on too.
I think ever since the owner, like the old guy that used to run it, I think he's dead because he's always looked super old. They've been kind of creeping that way, and they're fucking stupid because, like,
I don't get it. They don't
the
need to
reason
though.
why Chick-fil-A has been boycott proof is because they only get boycotted by the left because they try to boycott everybody and never does anything other than like, oh my god, they're gonna be mad at me on
And then their
Twitter.
chicken sandwiches are delicious.
Well, they are delicious, but what happens when the left tries to boycott them? Every normal human being, not even necessarily people on the right, go and flood them, and they always come through. This stupid shit talking about equity, inclusion, and diversity. Uh, if they piss off like the right center, they'll fuck too.
Yeah.
Because the
Did you ever
left
find out?
doesn't, the crazy left doesn't have any money to buy
No, they
sandwiches.
don't because they still live in their parents' basement.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
Okay, well, moving on. Okay, Josh. Hey, we're going back to the original topic of Meninism and over feminism.
Meninism.
Dicks.
Inappropriate.
Why?
Inappropriate.
Why are feminists why are feminists not more outraged about this? This whole age of Meninism, and some, if not most, are actually applauding this. Are they afraid of the backlash of the loud minority, or are they part of that loud minority, or are they just dumb?
I think true feminists, which I'm not really sure why feminism is still a thing, really, um, because most of the claims that have been made have been debunked about the wage and all that stuff. But actual feminists that like are just like want to see women succeed. So I mean, you can be a feminist and just like want to have better education, whatever. You know, who doesn't want anybody to succeed? But they don't fall into this shit. They don't follow it. They don't buy it. But the problem is, and I don't know how this really works. If it's like one of like everything else on the left, the loud minority of feminism, they're pushing it just because it's part of the left wing bullshit. Real feminism don't support this crap.
No, and I'm the fact that like who is it, the Harry Potter writer? She's getting a lot of backlash because she's totally against this trans thing. Um, I don't think she's against trans people, like as like, hey, that's gross. She's more about like, hey, this is totally against feminism. This is basically holding down women, and
It's exactly what it is. That's why it's so fucking stupid.
people are going after her. Like, I don't get it. Like, what are you, a moron?
Yeah, but how many people are actually going after it? It's a Twitter thing.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of dipshits on Twitter.
Like I said,
Or
the
like,
loud minority.
yeah, and like how many of those are? I guess he cleared out a bunch of bots, but I don't know.
I mean, even if it's not a bunch of bots, I mean, there's enough weird purple haired,
Privileged dipshits,
yeah, that
and you have
feel
to be
like that.
privileged to be that stupid and somehow still make it through life.
I don't know if most of them will. Probably why there's another way they're fucking trying to kill us. And, they're just trying to make everybody dumber to where they have to be. And I think that maybe that is it. Maybe they're trying to make people more supportive of the supported by the government than, actually getting jobs.
You mean like more dependent on the government?
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yes.
probably are. I think
know.
that's a 100% thing. That's why next week show will be does the left really care about minorities? We will discuss that in further depth.
We don't have to. No.
What do you
No,
mean?
they don't. The left doesn't
Well,
care
I know.
about minorities.
Well, you got to explain why and why they do what they do. We're
'Cause
doing
they're
that next
evil.
week, Kevin. You wanted to do it, and you said I
They're-
had to be the one to do it.
No, I wanted to do the small government.
Oh, whatever.
You
Fine.
you
At
get to
some
pick what
point, when that one
you
comes,
pick what you want to do.
Yeah, I
You
am, Kevin. You wanted to
listen.
do
Everybody
small
knows
town corruption. And
I'm just the idiot that looks good on camera.
I'm here for my looks, ladies and gentlemen.
In my drunken behavior, and that's it. You do all the hard work, so you can pick whatever topic you want.
I don't know. I thought we were going to do that one, but then I
I do like that one. I do want to do that one. Maybe we'll do the small government. I'll do the small government one because
you got a
my
juicy
city has
story
actually,
with yours.
yeah, my city actually got freaking. There's a little corruption seems to be going on in my city after a major.
We have our own down here as well, so that'll be a good.
Oh
episode.
yeah, I think every small town does, but
and that
every
episode
small
is going to
city.
be a lecture about lazy pieces of shit that need to go out and participate in their local elections.
Yes,
because you know what elections actually affect you directly the most? Your local elections.
Yeah, basically, you're more affected by this. Like, first, you should be your
city and county really affect you directly the most.
Yeah, then also your school board if you have kids.
Even if you don't,
even if you don't
have kids, those who do are going to grow up and they're going to be the ones running.
Yeah, you're
show.
allowed. All right, if you don't have kids, you're still allowed to go to school board meetings to bitch about things because you do pay their taxes or you do pay their wages. You're a taxpayer of the city, so.
Well, yeah, and I don't want to have to be reliant when I'm all old and just as dumb as I am now on a bunch of emotionally damaged morons. But that is a topic for another episode.
I just got some breaking news on
breaking news, which is not going to be breaking when this airs. After
Musk calls throttling of Daily Wire's film "What Is a Woman" a mistake, Twitter throttles the film anyways. So basically, what the Daily Wire was going to do, Matt Walsh, his documentary "What Is Woman," so they were going to put it free on Twitter to watch for everybody else. Then I guess they had a deal with Twitter to do it. Then Twitter's like, hey, we want to, and this kind of goes into what we're saying anyways. Twitter was like, hey, we want to watch the film to make sure, if we have to put any trigger warnings for certain people on our, on our, Twitter. And they basically watched the film and said, no, we're not doing it anymore because you misgendered people in the film.
I don't think he did.
No.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. But
he wasn't he didn't call anybody out to their face saying you're a man or you're a woman. He just asked questions that they didn't like.
Yes. So I guess Twitter's like, well, we're not going to
give you this free speech then.
Yeah, exactly. So basically Twitter said, hey, we're not going to allow you to, show it on this space. They're like, well, what happens if we show it anyways? They're like, well, we'll just make it to where no one can see your posts. So the bashing of free speech is bullshit. And whoever Elon Musk just hired to be the CEO, she just started, should get fired immediately.
I didn't look into her a lot because
Musk just said today that it was a mistake to, for them to do it, and they still did it.
Well, here's the thing, though. I think when that lady got hired, somebody brought up a record. I look into it too much.
Horrible.
But she is not about free speech.
No, she worked for NBC. She's been in the whatever New World Order, whatever the fuck it's called.
World Economic Forum.
Yeah, that's the New World Order, though. So yes,
it is. It's 1984.
So that's our breaking news. That is going to be 4 days late.
You know who you need to hire to run Twitter? Me.
I'll run Twitter. I'll just,
You know, they should hire us both. We can be co-CEOs.
you know what I'll do?
Twitter will be awesome because I don't give a shit.
I'll tell everybody, make sure it doesn't fall apart and let everybody speak what the fuck they want.
Yeah. Say whatever the hell you want. Just know, obviously, the government monitors you. And if you say something stupid or illegal, you're probably going to have somebody knocking on your door.
So
that's literally it. Keep the porn off it and shit like that.
Porn and children fucking getting exploited. And that's it.
Yeah. Because even if someone is saying something that just makes your skin crawl, you always want to know what people are saying. Because if they're always going to say it, they're like, it's like they're always, well, they're getting on Twitter and saying this, that, you know, about the right wing, whatever. You want to know what people are saying.
Yeah.
That's how you know what they're thinking. So make it an actual free platform. I think he was like, for the guy who's super smart, he does some really stupid shit.
Like,
But when you're worth hundreds of billions of dollars, I guess it doesn't really fucking matter.
Exactly. I mean, he can't be that dumb, but he's. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to this.
It's fucking Twitter. How hard is that job how hard is it to be the CEO of Twitter?
You don't have to do anything.
Probably make the 5 employees left cry on the first day.
That'd be awesome.
And that's it. The only thing I would do is like have tech support as far as like keeping the servers up and running.
That's basically all you need. Like,
sir, should I? You know what you do is like anytime you want to block or throw out somebody, you got to come to me first. And after the first, like, just excoriating people for coming to me with stupid shit, I don't think I'd have to worry about it again.
Nope. So, like you said, porn, child exploitation, anything has to do with, like, you know, selling people would be bad.
Well, yeah, or if you're, like, promoting violence, like, hey, we're going to go do this. But then, technically, even if you are promoting violence, you're going to have someone knocking on your door.
Yes. Because
that's the way locals and I think truth is. Like, you can pretty much say and post whatever the hell you want. But if you post something stupid, like if you do something that breaks the law, you broke the law.
Exactly. I mean, what we've always said.
You know, real laws, not my feelings laws.
You can say whatever you want, but there's going to be consequences to what you say. You know, you should have the freedom to say whatever you want, but if you say the wrong thing, there might be consequences to what you say.
I think we need to go back to, I like that Mike Tyson thing. It had something to do with like, either people need to go back to the day or whatever, like, or people don't know how it was, like, when you get, I forgot what the hell it was. It's like you can tell that these people haven't ever been punched in the face for what they said.
Yep.
And now if you lay somebody out for saying something stupid that pisses you off, you go to jail.
Yeah.
And then if they happen to be gay or whatever, then you get slapped with a hate crime.
Yeah, you didn't know.
That actually happened to a guy. He got banned from, he was like, coworker pissed him off, and they got in a fight, and he got banned from working. Like, I guess whoever owns Taco Bell owns a bunch of other chain restaurants. He got banned from working for every single one because it was considered a hate crime because the kid was gay. Like, they were both younger. And like if the other one turned out to be gay, he didn't even know it. But because he was gay, it was a hate crime. Even though the fight had nothing to do with that.
That's so weird.
No, I can't work at Pizza Hut.
Yeah, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell. I think there might be another one.
I mean, it wasn't me. It was one of my workers back in the day.
Really?
The one that branded 2 dongs on his stomach. That was back before Viva Bam got super fat.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going to be like, you know, everybody was trying to be the next jackass. And it was funny, though, because apparently I wasn't there for it because I'm not stupid. But he got pretty big dong-shaped cookie cutters. And he heated them up. And I guess he like flinched when he went to brand them. So it looked like they were in motion.
Double donged himself.
And then I was like, yeah, he had crossed dicks on his stomach. But they were like... They were like,
it's like a gay pirate flag.
I told him, I was like, hey, man, don't ever go to jail. And then shortly after he got fired.
Did he go to jail?
He did. He did. And he was a little dude.
That's so fucking funny.
It was funny.
Double dong. Cross dongs.
We got off topic.
We did. We always do.
Sports.
Sports have been in the center of this whole MENINISM movement. Do you think there is even a fair time when a biological male should compete in women's sports?
No. It's women's sports. It's there for a reason. I don't know, unless you're, I don't know. I don't know of a physical sport. If you're talking top of your game, so I'm not talking average, whatever, because there's plenty of sports that women.
But an average male can sometimes beat a top of their game female.
Well, high schoolers beat the world champion soccer team in women. So, but I don't know if there's because even if you're talking about ping pong or badminton or even stuff like that requires hand-eye and twitch reaction, it's scientifically proven that men are faster, stronger, and have faster twitch reaction. So, no, I don't think there's any place for men other than maybe officials if they can't find female officials. Other than that, that's why I think it's weird when you look at. I guess it kind of makes sense, like if you have really good basketball.
No, not even officials. I watched the women's college basketball championship game because Iowa was in it, and them officials sucked. They were all women. So,
well, I was saying men could be officials.
Well, on women's
are you saying
sports,
they suck because they're women?
Yes. They were horrible.
They might have just been.
Saying. I mean, I've seen horrible. I've seen men call
job because
they got the job because they were women.
Weren't good
officials. They didn't. Yes, they got the job because they were women.
I heard it was a horribly officiated series.
Oh, absolutely.
No, but like that's the only place for it. Like something like that. Judges, officials, coaches.
Yeah.
You know, but no. Like
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, women could. Like I said, top of your game. I'm not talking about. There's probably plenty of women like in the MMA that could beat the shit out of me, you.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably most men.
I guarantee,
But I'm talking top of your game.
Where's top of your game?
I don't know what. I mean, unless you're talking about like intellectual sports like chess, something like that. Maybe bowling.
I think probably bowling.
I think that'd be an even, because that's like more of a singular thing. Like you're the, it's all on you.
I mean, you're competing, but you're not competing. You're not like throwing bowling balls at each other.
Like if you can bowl, you can bowl. I don't think your sex has anything to do with that.
Yeah,
but there are like darts.
Yeah,
you know? I can see that being co-ed.
Any kind of singular type of thing.
I mean, I mean,
not golf.
But then I don't know if the hand-eye coordination helps you there, but golf wouldn't be fair because I don't know if women can drive as far as men.
No, they can't. It's anything physical, I think.
They ain't out driving John Daly.
My guy was.
What are you talking about? He still golfs.
I know, he's awesome. He's my idol.
He's funny.
He is.
He is the epitome of don't give a shit.
Well, I mean, this is how you know it doesn't work out. It's because there has been one female athlete that has gone over to a male sport and dominated, or even participated. Really,
I don't know of any
other than maybe like I think I saw a kicker one time play for a college game.
Well, we had a girl kicker on our football team. She was good.
Yeah,
but she was the kicker, and she was like.
But she ain't playing linebacker.
No, I tell you one thing. I saw her lay a motherfucker out once, but like stuff like that, like she was a damn good kicker. But like that was like because she really wanted to play football. It seemed like now, and I'm glad they have it. Good for them. Back in my day, there was no female wrestling league. Now there is. Like there's enough women that want to wrestle to where they have their own squads, which is super cool.
I always got a college women's wrestling team.
Well, I think that's badass because if you can get women into wrestling, especially into high school, that's a self-defense. Like that's why I always thought it was funny when guys would talk shit about people that wrestled. Like, oh, you gay, blah, blah. I'm like, you realize we stay after school for 2 hours every day, basically learning how to fight.
Yep.
So I think it's great for that. But back in the day, if you were a girl and you wanted to wrestle, you had to wrestle dudes. Now, I will say that a lot of the times the guys lost because they got super nervous to wrestle women. And I
Yeah.
had one buddy who didn't give a shit, and he totally fucking annihilated her to where I was like embarrassed for him. It's like, dude, what the fuck? Step on the mat with me, motherfucker.
Hey, no one's stepping on the mat with me coming out live.
He's just like, hey, I didn't put her on the mat. It's like, well, whatever. I'm just saying. I mean, damn.
Could at least give it a little bit of a show.
Ass. I never had to wrestle a girl. But, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I think intellectual sports and stuff, you could be equal.
But singular sports like bowling, darts, pool.
Yeah, pool. Yeah, poker. But it's not taking away from them.
That's competition.
And just for, I don't think our audience is anybody who's hypersensitive, obviously. You're all awesome. It's super cool. But it's just like we're talking top of your game. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry. That's why all this, like, this feminist stuff, like these movies and stuff, like fall flat because they're unrealistic.
Well, you saw that. Yeah.
And then Hollywood completely changing history. Like,
yeah.
I guess Cleopatra got horrible reviews because they made her black, and they're like, I'm pretty sure she was like part Roman or Greece or something. And then even the Woman King or whatever that movie was.
Yeah, that was a total lie. She sold a bunch of people to slavery, and
yeah, she was horrible.
Yeah, she was not the hero they made her out to be. She was a horrible person.
Well, it was an adaptation of history. That's a nice way of saying a lie.
A lie.
But I don't know. Maybe that's why. But yeah, no, there is no reason or room for men in women's sports. And
listen, I don't agree with
men. It allows them to compete competitively. That's why there's women's sports, because sports are fun, and women should be able to play sports. And they're going to have way less of a chance of getting fucked up if they're competing against other women.
I say, you know what? If you want to compete in women's sports, cut your dick off.
Well, no, it's not just that. You have to arrest your hormones before. See, and that's the niche, because there's I guess the World Track and whatever
like
field.
2 months.
No, the World Track and Field Association said that men cannot compete in female events unless you started taking puberty blockers before puberty, but then you're pushing adolescent children into making lifelong altering decisions.
I mean, I guess if they want to run track as a woman.
But I'm just saying, like, in order for them to fit in, then you're getting back into that grooming kid shit to be like, are you sure you're not a girl?
I agree. So
it's
maybe you just shouldn't. You shouldn't allow it at all. How about that?
Just have a trans league. I mean, I don't think it was the UFC, but that one trans Ultimate Fighter.
No, it wasn't the UFC because Dana White is not for this shit.
Yeah, like that dude cracking that girl's skull. Like any female. Now he has gotten his ass kicked. Like, he's not like dominating like the sport, but he does hurt people. And I wouldn't even fight him. I wouldn't, like, all these, especially like with the swimming thing, like that one girl who got second, I think. Every single person in a competition where that, I don't even remember his fake name.
Leah Thomas. Yeah. And like her teammates, like,
nobody should have competed. He should have been a lone asshole swimming in the pool by himself.
Yeah.
See, that's another part of this. If there's somebody competing in a female sport and it's obviously an unfair advantage, nobody should compete. It's like that dude in Canada, because there was a female body lifter that came in and was breaking all the records. So this other girl who's a power lifter, her coach entered and said he identified as woman.
Destroyed the record, right?
He did absolutely nothing other than just saying, hey, I identify as woman. This big ass jack motherfucker, and destroy like by 100 pounds.
Have you seen that? What was it? That South Park episode, or have you seen clips of it? Where like they're doing the women's sports, and all of a sudden they're like, and here's like, I can't remember what they called the woman or whatever, the dude, and it was like Macho Man Randy Savage as a woman. He's like, "Oh yeah, I love being a woman." He's got full beard.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's awesome. Let's look up South Park trans episode or something.
That's what I understand though. Like that's where like it always pushes the boundary because it's not even enough to where, yeah, if someone's an adult and they want to do what they want to do, then yeah, I don't give a shit. But like now you're like, well, you will not only be okay and not care about it, you will accept my reality. And if I want to compete in sports, you will be okay with that. No.
Your reality is your reality. The reality of the world is not what your reality is.
And what the fuck is up with like all of a sudden trans? I guess people are like that emotionally and self-esteem wise unstable.
It's our generation
to where they have to be winners. So they're like, well, I suck playing amongst other dudes, so I'm just going to identify as a woman.
Yeah, like most of them are like, they're ranked like 300th in their respective sports. And, so they decide to become a woman so they can win. Like, what?
Was it Iowa? Where some dude like said, yeah, I'm a woman, and he was in track. And he did it to get like a college scholarship. Which is theft, because then you're stealing money from somebody else.
Which we'll go into that. Maybe we'll go into that sometime.
Yeah.
How colleges
work. Stupid.
Yeah. Oh. True.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind saying something about. I do have an episode about college. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, we can do that sometime. I mean, there's plenty of topics. I mean, we got topics for at least another year. Then it's going to be election time.
And, well, shit just keeps getting weirder. And, like, the funny thing is like, yeah, we did the gender bender episode.
But it's so fucking prevalent.
It's gotten so gone far. It's gone so much farther after that. How many
times? I think we bring it up like almost every other episode. Because it's everywhere.
It's the in thing, Kevin.
Yeah. And we're just trying to,
Or the out thing, depending on what way you're going.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So, sports are stupid, especially if they allow a man to compete in women's sports. But, so, obviously, very few people on the right are actually pushing this. So, this is mostly a Democratic thing, a left-leaning thing.
Anyone on the right pushing this is not.
Yeah. So why are Democrats trying to bring back pre-1920s America with men dominating everything, and let's throw in a little segregation here and there?
I don't know. I don't get it, because like this kind of shit turns off a lot of Hispanic people, because a lot of Hispanic people are devout Catholics. So they're not into all this shit. Like, I honestly don't, other than I do think that the Democrat Party was tapped a long time ago as like the political party that is going to be part of the color revolution that brings down America. From like what that one Russian dude said, I think they were tapped a long time ago to be that vehicle. And that's the only thing I can see the benefit of backing this crazy shit is you're destabilizing the culture, you're destabilizing society. Other than that, how the hell else would you promote this? It's like we talked about with the restaurants. Why, or these businesses, like, why even wade into the bullshit? Like with Chick-fil-A potentially getting in trouble. Just shut the fuck up and sell your chicken sandwiches. That's what you're here to do. That's your purpose. No one gives a fuck about what you think about anything. I don't even care if you're pro right wing shit. I don't care. Make me my sandwich.
Yeah. I didn't go Chick-fil-A because they're conservative. I went Chick-fil-A because they have good chicken sandwiches. Now, I mean, I don't go there anyways usually anymore because
I can easily not go anywhere. There isn't anything I couldn't boycott except for guns. I don't even know how that would even come around. Did you see that guns are all they're on the Pride March or whatever. They're all transgender.
Wasn't there a gun company you're talking about?
I would probably H&K. I don't own one of those. They're overpriced and they're stupid. They're good guns. They're good quality guns, but they're way overpriced. They have German style mag releases, and I think they did go to the US style, but you can do just as good of a job with a Glock or a SIG.
Yeah.
Easy.
So
I'll tell you one thing, even if Glock goes woke as shit, I ain't throwing my Glock away.
No.
Not if I had one.
No,
I had one.
Well, I mean, if I owned any kind of gun, I wouldn't throw it away because it's pre all this bullshit. So it's not like I'm gonna. It's like the Bud Light thing. You know, I'm not throwing away beer. I mean, I still got.
I think it's horseshit because I will not buy an Anheuser-Busch product, and I don't have friends that buy it and bring it over to my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's horseshit. I don't have people that don't care about culture friends. All my friends care, Kevin.
They don't care. You just don't have friends.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
you're my only friend and you're so far away.
That's right. So, except for all you listeners, you're our best friends. So,
yes.
I know I might have called you dicks last time, I think.
Except for a handful of you, and you know who you are. No.
Yeah. Yes, you do know who you are. And if you think it's you, it is. So I'll just answer this question. We'll talk about it next week.
What?
Well, that's your topic, isn't it?
What?
How the left?
If the left actually cares about minorities?
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably should. We'll get more into that next week. There's just a lot to that
I know
we can make a whole episode out of.
I know. So I'll just say, hey, listen to our next episode, and that'll be the answer to this question. I forgot you were going to do that, so I wouldn't have put that question there. If I remembered you were going to do that episode next week. Okay. Let's still going to kind of go on this subject, but why are people fooled with the Wolf in Sheep's Clothing Act the Democrats are trying to pull over their base? I mean, it's also part of next week, but
why are people fooled with it?
Yeah.
Media. I mean, that's the thing I think of, ignorance in the media.
I mean, I just think people are weak-minded and they don't want to think for themselves, so they just believe what they hear.
You know what another term for weak-minded might be?
I don't want to say
ignorant.
Oh, okay, yes, ignorant. Yes, that's what I was going to say.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I was not. That's exactly what I was thinking. I don't know why they don't say ignorant.
I don't understand how, and now granted, we actually, unless you're a local supporter, you would know our thoughts on the 2020 election. But
it's the one episode we knew we could not get on YouTube.
Yeah, I might just go ahead and throw it on Rumble here pretty soon. I'm going to save it as in case sometime we can't, whatever happens. We had a severe thunderstorm warning going on. So if my shit went down and I wasn't able to put a podcast together, I'll throw that one out. Not on YouTube. Idea. YouTube's stupid. That's why YouTube.
So stop watching us on YouTube. Start watching it. If you are still watching us on YouTube, you one person.
Yeah, you that one guy. And I say that because I'm pretty sure 99% of our audience is men.
Or
based
gal.
On the analytics.
Or that one gal, maybe she watches us on
Moving on over to Rumble.
Moving on over to Rumble. There ain't no reason to be on YouTube. I mean, there's plenty of reasons to be on YouTube. I mean, there is a bunch of instructional videos that I use all the time. So, but don't watch us on YouTube because, well, YouTube is garbage.
Yeah, but they taught me how to do a lot of stuff. I mean, I like YouTube. It has its purpose. The one thing I don't like about Rumble is the algorithm or searches or whatever is not set up anything like YouTube.
Oh, what I hate is
shit on Rumble.
It's hard to find us.
Well, I think Rumble is completely set up is finding shows.
Yeah.
Because you can't look up random topics like how to do something. There's not like I'm sure there's how to's on there, but the way their search engine works, it doesn't work that way.
No, it's weird.
It's like it looks
It's
up
not like
channels, not
Yeah,
topics.
it's weird. I don't like
Yeah.
it, and they should. So, if anybody from the Rumble corporate,
All you gotta do is follow us on
Whatever.
Facebook or any social media platform. We always post
that
the
is
Rumble
true.
link.
And again, follow us
Except
on
for
all social
Twitch.
medias.
Fuck Twitch.
I don't know what
I
Twitch
really
is.
don't have anything
Isn't that
against it
just
or anything
games?
about it.
Isn't that video
I just
games?
know that we're not on Twitch.
Isn't that video games?
Yeah. I should be playing that God of War Ragnarok on Twitch because I'm awesome. With my swinging blades. Shield.
All right, well.
That's right.
Thanks for that live action thing.
It took me 10. No, it took me a hell of a lot more than 10 years. When did the PS3 come out? The fatty.
Probably 10 years ago.
I think it was more than 10 years ago.
It might have been more than 10 years ago. 15.
I don't know. That was the last time I bought a gaming system. So I finally bought the PS5.
And you're at PS5.
Yeah, baby.
I have not got me one. I just don't know if I want to put that kind of money into something. I'm not. I only play once a month.
It's not that much money for what you're getting, though.
Maybe. I mean, I
don't know.
only play video game once a month.
Here's what I know. I think buying a PS4, anyone who bought a PS4,
we could go on Twitch and we can do it live while we
dumb.
play each other on video games and talk about topics.
I mean, what kind of moron would buy a PS4?
I bought a PS4.
Oh.
And I had it for like 10 years. So yes, PS3 might be 20 years old.
I think it is. I've
had my PS4 for like 10 years.
Or PS3 a long time ago.
Yeah, I've got the first one of the first PS4s.
Yeah, but I downloaded a PS4 game, and I swear the graphics are not any better than the PS3. Maybe the game speed's better, but it's not much better.
From PS3,
that Ragnarok game was badass.
Like I got the Last of Us on PS3 and PS4, and there's a huge difference.
Oh. Well, then yeah, PS4 sucks.
Now, I think. Have you got The Last of Us on PS5
Oh, you said
yet?
3 or 4. No, I haven't got those yet.
You should. They're awesome.
Well, I'm not buying any more video games until I'm done with Ragnarok, and I do not play video games very often, which is why I only buy one system every 2 decades.
You're going to be playing PS5 while people are playing video games with their mind.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like when they have the Oasis from Ready Player One.
Yeah. You'll be like, I'm on my PS5.
Why is the guy walking so funny? He still uses a controller.
All right. I got one final question on this topic. Will this insanity ever stop?
Yeah, I think it will. I think we're actually witnessing the start of the correction.
With the boycotts and...
Boycotts, parents going to school boards, states taking action through voting for your representatives. I think we are starting to see the correction. I think there's going to be a lot, and I feel bad. Like, I have no ill will toward anybody going through this stuff. I feel bad for them because
I do too.
At some point, unless they're part of the actual 0.02% of people that are just like, that's in their head and they're not getting it out. I feel bad for these people because chances are they're permanently jacking up their body for life. They're not going to be able to have children, and then they're going to have to deal with the fallout for what they were manipulated into doing. So I feel bad. I mean, I feel bad, and we're going to have a lot of people that are going to require help. I'm all about helping people, not just because I disdain panhandlers. Oh my God. Or people on social programs that never try to get off. I have no problem helping people. I want to help people. I want them to better themselves, to be self-sufficient and non-reliant on the government, not only because you're a succubus draining the money that they require more of from me, but because it makes you weak, which is another thing we'll be talking about next week. But so, yeah, I think we are making the turn, but I think there's going to be a lot of people that need a lot of help.
I think.
What do you think, Kevin?
I think it's going to be a rough road ahead. I think I think there is a change happening, but I think there's also so many people, so many young people who are getting sucked into this insanity that they this could be a trend that might reemerge in the
I
future.
think if this one gets stomped down, I don't think it's coming back. At least not in our lifetime.
Yeah,
And then we'll be so
I hope
technologically
not.
advanced, it won't matter. We're going to upload our consciousness and shoot it into space.
We're just being robots, man. I'll be a robot.
Have you seen that one movie on, I think, Netflix? No, it's not a movie, it's a series where they have your consciousness on a disc that goes in the back of the husk or whatever they call the body's neck.
Was that what was it? Oh my god. I think I know what you're talking about. And I
I look
like
it
the
up, but I don't have
show.
my phone. It was a good show. But like as
Altered
long as
Carbon?
that,
Was it Altered Carbon?
yeah, Altered Carbon.
That was a good show. I highly
That
recommend
might
it.
be a that might
I
be
like the
a
first
thing.
season better than the second season.
Well, it wasn't a continuation. It was like a start over. I don't even. Was it even the
I
same
mean, it was a
character?
continuation because it was still the same dude that went
Oh, it
into another
was.
body. Yeah, it was the same dude that went into another body, and it should have gone longer because I don't think this. I think they like left on a cliffhanger almost. Then they just like
I watched it. It wasn't memorable enough to really remember much of the episodes. The cartoon one that was pretty good.
I don't know if I saw the cartoon one.
Yep, there's a cartoon one. It was very gory.
I will watch that then.
It's like a lot of anime style. Just like, well, that guy pretty much spewed all the blood in a normal human body in that one cut. You know, they're like anime. They're like,
Yeah, then like there's a bunch of
they
blood
lose
comes
like
out.
50 liters of blood from
Like
a
the
paper
body
cut.
doesn't have that much. Yeah. So all right, a couple other topics I want to get to real quick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's going on with Trump? Why is he so thin-skinned? Why is he
I
going
don't know.
against his own previous press secretary?
I was kind of wondering, like, because she was on Fox News today, because she's on
She
Outnumbered.
the poll was
I don't
wrong,
know if she
and
mentioned anything about it though.
probably
Probably
not.
because she's has a tendency to take the higher road, which I think Trump should do. Like Trump did really good today in Iowa, other than him talking anything to do with COVID, which I guess he did bring up. Let
Or
that
the
shit
debt or the
go.
debt shit because he's like,
Yeah,
well,
that's
it is
another
what it
dumb thing.
is.
Well, he's like, no, he's like, oh yeah, you got to let it go in default. It's like what? It's like I still think this whole default thing, and I'm like, oh, it's a crisis, blah
I think
blah.
this whole debt ceiling
I
thing is.
feel like it was fake. They were always going to pass something, and I'm wondering what the hell else was going on behind the scenes while we're all like, it's a debt ceiling.
I don't think that debt ceiling is that. Like 85% of the money is already spoken for. It's the last 15% that the debt
Yeah,
ceiling
and
is.
they could switch that money around to where it wouldn't be like a. But what I'm saying is they made such a big deal out of it. Everybody knows they weren't actually going to go into default. So I'm wondering what was actually going on.
There's probably
While they're
something.
doing that, look over here, look over here, look over here, while they're picking your wallet over here.
The Biden corruption scandal.
But I don't get Trump's deal. Like, just let shit go. Who gives a fuck? She got the poll wrong. Like, he is super good at talking like in small groups, even in big groups, but he engages with people very well. And for
It's
some
when he's by
reason,
himself.
he's a billionaire that somehow people can relate with. And I'm
Yeah,
one of
and
them.
that's a
Like, he's
great
like,
thing. Yeah.
he's a blue collar
But I
billionaire.
tell
That's how
you
he comes
what,
off.
he
Maybe
keeps this
that's
shit up.
why.
I might caucus for fucking DeSantis. I don't know. If he
Yeah,
keeps
the
this
other thing
stupid shit
I
up,
liked, yeah, he needs to come around, but he,
he needs to talk about what more of his policies are going to be and how he's going to change this woke bullshit and this whole far left
I
agenda.
did like Trump's comeback to DeSantis though, where DeSantis' big thing is like, he's going to be a one-term president and we need 2 terms or 8 years to turn this around. And Trump's like, every time I hear him say 8 years, I wince. It's like, what? If it's going to take him 8 years to do this, I wouldn't be voting for him. I'll get this shit done in 6 months. That was actually a good
Yeah,
retort.
that's a good quote.
And I
That's a
actually
good.
believe he could do it
I
because
don't know.
no, I think he can do it, and here's why. One, he doesn't have the onboarding or have to get used to it and all that bullshit. So he's right in there. As soon as he becomes elected, the stock market, if he gets elected, if he were to get elected, the stock market's
If
obviously
they
going to take a
allowed him to
spike.
get elected,
Yeah, if he is allowed to be anointed, um, the stock market is going to go up. He's going to reinstitute his energy policies. He's going to reinstitute his uh, border policies, and I guarantee you the world, the weird shit going on in the world is going to chill out pretty quick. And by doing the energy stuff and his policies for economics, those two things alone
yes, he can
will
change it for
arrest the
4 years,
inflation.
and I agree 100%. He can
I
change it
think
for
he
four
could
years.
change it in 6
But
months.
I think people are going to do what they did last time. Is they're not going to remember the previous 8 year or 4 years or whatever, how the economy crashed, how bad fucking Biden was, and they'll get used to Trump, but they'll get used to they'll have to hear his mean tweets and every goddamn political pundit on every goddamn news channel say how bad he is, and we'll go back to Democrats, and it'll happen
But
again. I guarantee
yeah,
because
we
people are
Biden's
dumb and
president
short
because
fucking
people forgot about it.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying like there's enough people that voted. I'm not saying like but there's enough people that voted because they didn't like Trump and his mean
Yeah,
tweets.
people are stupid.
Well,
They
that's what I'm
vote with
saying.
their
People are
emotions.
stupid and short minded. So they're not going to remember 8 years ago when the next
All
election
you're
happens.
talking about is marketing, which he's not he's really
Which,
good
yes,
at.
you
and
can
not
fix
good
it for
at.
4 years. You can fix it for 4 years. But once people have it good, they don't remember
Here's
the bad
problem,
times.
though. If
No
he
one remembers
fixes
the
it,
bad times.
Kevin,
There's
stop it.
there's nothing
Just
that
stop.
there's
it.
nothing that he can fix permanent.
Yes, he
Because
can.
government is garbage and they'll overturn
Well, it depends.
everything.
It depends on whether or not we were to be able to get the Senate and he were to win it. But if he gets in there and within the first, say, 2 years, he guts Washington, and like we said, all the way down through middle management, and they pass legislation.
Yeah, not to middle management.
Yeah, through. But and they pass legislation. Now, you can't do that executive order bullshit. You have to pass legislation. He can do all of that in 4 years, and if he actually drains the swamp, which you can fire a lot of motherfuckers if you're the president,
But this also requires
that
people.
would be lasting change
But
because it
this
would be
also
hard
requires
to
people
undo.
to vote the Senate and the House.
Yeah,
And the red states have spoke. I mean, the red states vote red, and these purple states are somehow voting blue. So I mean, can you win the
that's just
House?
the Republicans are going to have to pick
can
up
you
their
win the
ground
Senate?
game. Yeah, we can. They're going to have
Can
to.
you?
It just
Because
sucks.
purple states vote blue.
Well, that's what pisses me off, though, because the Republicans now have to basically do, if you want to win elections, do what the Democrats do. Vote harvesting, all that shit. I don't know about the whole alleged making up fake ballots part, but like, not saying that happened, even though it's kind of weird where you have millions upon millions of ballots and no down balloting, but whatever. It was the most secure.
Hey, Maricopa
and
County wants to call
legitimate.
you.
Yeah. Hey, Maricopa County's got lakeside property in Nebraska they want to sell you. Or
I
oceanside
don't
property in
know.
Nebraska.
I can tell you what. I don't know one county in the rest of America, other than the ones I live in, and have like actually been in, that I know the actual name of the county, other than Maricopa County.
Probably tons of counties.
Well, I'm just saying, like I live in I live in Iowa. I know a lot of the counties here. So, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't really.
outside of Texas or Iowa, I don't know any of them.
Yeah, but I know Maricopa.
Yeah, I think it's a total
Two-
miscarriage of justice.
Because of
that
two
all those
bogus
people-
elections.
Well, in like the obvious solution to Maricopa County, if you gave a shit, is to have a special election in that county only. With, the right size ballots. So I don't know. I don't know. He just needs. I don't know. He's really good at other things. He's real horrible at the other. I think he can make permanent change if he were to get reelected. I think he's the fastest.
I think he's not just him being reelected. I think it has to be a red wave.
Yeah, it does. Because in order to make he can clean the swamp as far as firing people, but to make permanent change, we need to have the House and Senate and people that are going to do something. He had that all the first time.
I don't know.
Paul Ryan's a bitch.
Hopefully, he picks better people around him.
Yeah, well, this
Barr was garbage.
Well, and I don't even know if the FBI director is necessarily bad as much as that dude is totally checked the fuck out.
Yeah. Merrick Garland. Well, I mean that's Biden though.
No, that's Biden.
Yeah.
But
Barr wasn't as bad as fucking Merrick Garland.
The problem is, I think, because it was his first term, it was really first thing in government. Trump was relying on the advice of a lot of people that were already entrenched in Washington, and that's why we got a bunch of douchebags.
Yep,
including the FBI director. Please don't.
All right, I was going to go on some other stuff, but I think
we're done.
Long. I think we're running long. So
this is an awesome episode. I think it's like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, so we maybe won't make it 2. I don't know.
I might make it 2.
And we'll just put the next one on.
Once I get it all edited, if this fucker is an hour and 20 minutes, I'm gonna split it into 2.
Yeah, so
2 40-minute episodes, because that 40 plus 40 is 80, and that's an hour and 20 minutes.
Maybe she just cut the end.
That's called math.
All right. Well,
I wonder why this episode ran so long, Kevin.
Do we want to do another ending and beginning? I don't know.
No.
Okay. Well,
I don't know. Maybe. Just in case. I forgot how we do it. Well, we got to end this one.
Yeah.
We'll do it at the end.
That's right, America. This was Lost. Wait a minute. I did it wrong.
I could see you were getting a little frustrated with me because you kept trying to talk and then I kept interrupting you. And I feel like you do that to me a lot.
I forgot to say my name, though. Or yours.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Josh.
And this was The Lost Art of Common Sense.
Common sense!
Common sense!
Well, MENINISM! See you next week. MENINISM! Woo!